Hey guys, so today we are going to make some hand soap. This recipe actually works best in a foaming hand soap dispenser, but I have a pretty one, so I don't actually mind that it's kind of watery, because most DIY hand soaps are a little bit on the runnier side. That's why they work best in a foaming dispenser, but since I have a pretty one that I don't really care to get one of the foaming ones, I don't mind. But mine's a little bit different than you probably have seen before, and that is because I use salt in mine. So I'm going to be using this pink Himalayan salt. It is fine ground. And what it does is it helps to soften the water. It also helps the Castile soap lather more, and it just helps to soften your hands. Like your hands are just a lot softer using a little bit of the Himalayan salt. I also use some glycerin, some vegetable glycerin. This helps with moisturization with your hands. And then of course some Castile soap. I'm using Dr. Bronner's. I think this is rose hemp. Hemp rose. Hemp rose Castile soap. But I've also used coconut Castile soap, works just as well. And I'm going to be using my favorite combo, lavender essential oil. Lavender essential oil helps with bacteria, and it helps with any, soothing and calming, like with your dry skin or any type of cuts or anything you have on your hands. And lime. Lime helps to cut any grease, any dirt. So combining the two, germs and bacteria, grease and dirt, you have like a perfect combo, plus it smells amazing. So how you want to do this is you want to start, I know that this holds 2 cups of liquid, so I'm actually started out with 1.5 cups of water. This is distilled water. What I did was I just brought it to a boil and then brought it back down to a cool temperature. And I'm going to use about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. But the important part is you have to mix the salt and the water in first. Otherwise, the Castile soap actually causes the salt to clump. So I'm going to add my salt, and I'm going to add my essential oils to my salt. This helps to disperse the essential oils in the water. Otherwise, the essential oils will just kind of sit and float on top. So I did 3 drops right there, 4 and 5. And I'm going to do another 5 of the lime. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, 6 snuck in there. And I'm just going to mix this up, combine this real good. And I'm actually going to add the glycerin. I don't even measure the glycerin. I literally just put like a squirt. I would probably say it's like equal amounts. It's probably a good like 1/2 teaspoon. Not like a huge amount. You could do more, but I just don't ever measure. So it kind of looks like this after, just kind of a weird clumpy stuff. But what I do is then I add a few spoons of water to this mixture, and I just start blending it. I'm going to incorporate it slowly. And I do this till most of the salt is dissolved. It's mixing pretty well now. So I'm just gonna pour more in there. Oops. And I'm going to keep doing this until I see no more salt grains. Gonna just add more water. You always want to incorporate your salt in your water first. like I said. Otherwise, it will clump. The salt and the Castile soap will clump together, and you'll get little chunks floating around in your soap. So now that that is all incorporated, I'm going to add it in here, and I'm going to add my Castile soap. So I know that this holds 2 cups, and I'm just gonna squirt until it's 2 cups. So this is a thinner. As you can see, this is very thin. It doesn't bother me at all. But if you don't like the thinner soaps, definitely I would say go for a foaming hand dispenser. And it only need because of the salt, makes it really foam. Like you just need a tiny bit, and it gives a good lather. And I'm just gonna pour this in. And this is what I use in my house for hand soap. So there's no parabens, no chemicals, no endocrine disruptors, nothing. Totally just Castile soap, some essential oils, salt, and a little bit of vegetable glycerin. This will last about a week in my downstairs bathroom. I make one also for my upstairs bathroom, but we do use the foaming hand dispenser, and that lasts a little bit longer. I think that the foaming hand dispensers definitely make it stretch a little bit longer. So there you go. That is our hand soap recipe. 1.5 cups of distilled water, 1/2 cup of Castile soap, about 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt, 1/2 teaspoon of vegetable glycerin, and 5 drops of lime essential oil, and 5 drops of lavender essential oil. I hope you guys give it a try.